Welcome. The purpose of this video is to explore how we introduce ourselves. Our introduction is perhaps the single most important statement we make about ourselves. It says a lot about our self-worth, and it also is the gateway to a lot of opportunity. I'm joined today by Lea Leanoux, who has very courageously agreed to take part in this session because she has no idea what's going to happen. Neither do I. Lea, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, my name is Lea. I come from France. I'm an independent working on with sustainable company and working on customer services to explore and develop and increase the not increase. How to develop and to I lost my word.
Okay. Let's just pick it up from there rather than recapping and asking Lea to do that again. There's three important things have happened already in that introduction. First of all, Lea's told us where she's from. A lot of the times we do that. We say I'm from Ireland, I'm from France, I'm from wherever. Secondly, she says I am independent. That's a form of words that happens quite a lot when we're doing introductions. I am an accountant. I am a coach. I am a consultant in customer services. And then thirdly, Lea has mentioned her area of expertise, which is, in her case, customer services. Let me just explore that a little bit informally with Lea. What sort of clients, Lea?
My client is a sustainable company, and then I work with their customers. So it's more like private customers, every person that can buy something on the internet.
Okay, so if we look at the way in which Lea is introducing herself so far, it's the way that 80 to 90% of people introduce themselves. It's where we come from. It usually includes, not in Lea's case, but a lot of people will say what their educational background is. I have a degree in marketing, or I have an MBA from University of Chicago, or whatever it is. We say what we do, and sometimes a lot of people will talk about how they do it. Today, we're going to explore something different. So, what is this something different? Well, particularly when people think about self-worth, they naturally assume that the way they're going to introduce themselves is going to be about them. Paradoxically, we're doing exactly the opposite. If your preoccupation is self-esteem, then of course you do need to talk about yourself. People who are rooted in self-esteem naturally want to talk about themselves. However, when you have self-worth, you don't have to. And this creates the freedom to actually talk about them rather than talk about us. So basically, I'm going to ask Lea a few questions in a moment, not about her, not even about the work that she's doing, but about her customers. No, not any one customer, because we don't want to betray any client confidentiality, but we're going to talk about some of the typical problems facing sustainable companies. Let's see where that leads us in terms of recasting Lea's introduction. So my first question to Lea will be, tell us a bit more about these sustainable companies. What kind of challenges have they got with their customers?
So I think one of the biggest challenge that a sustainable company has with their own clients is to be able to pass the right information for the customer, to let them know what are all the services that this company this company offer to customers. So
What's a typical mistake?
maybe if I think about a conversation between the company and the customers, is to be able to have the right line of what you want to say to the customer and all the services that we are able to give to them.
Okay.
And maybe forgot some crucial information.
So forgetting crucial
Crucial
information
information.
is a common mistake.
Yes.
What impact does that have? Suppose that you're a customer and you're ordering a product in a sustainable marketplace and they forget to give you the right information. What are you thinking as a customer?
Maybe I can don't order anything because I think that there's something that I wanted that the company doesn't have.
Okay.
Maybe have, but I don't know about it, or I can't really see it on the website, or
Okay.
so losing information can lead me to another website maybe.
Okay. So why is customer experience so important for sustainable companies?
So, well, I think the trust is really important because for sustainable company we have a kind of transparency, is that it? From our producer to our customer.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in one kind of product we know where we buy it and we know how we deliver it. So that's, I think, a big part.
And that's important to
And
customers.
that's really important for customers to know what they are buying and
Right.
where it came from.
Okay.
And that's one as well, and really high expectation of the customers to be able to say, okay, what I'm buying today, I know where it came from. I know maybe that the producer is maybe at 10 kilometers from my house, and that I'm happy to buy something that I know it came from just, across the road or
Okay.
just in a
Nearby.
nearby. Yeah, exactly. And that all this transparency can lead to justify the price
Right.
of the product, because as we know that there's a human being behind the product, and that he needs to live, and that he needs to have the right price. Customers need to be aware of that, and that's really, really important in sustainable company to justify the price by saying who's behind the product and
Okay.
who your money is going to.
In the past few minutes, Lea has demonstrated the crucial shift that we need to do when we're introducing ourselves. Ironically, almost paradoxically, if you like, we need to stop talking about ourselves and start talking about their challenges. The challenges of the sustainable company that Lea has just described is one of trust, it's one of information, it's one of expectation and meeting rising expectations, and it's the challenge of justifying a fair price for a fair product. These are the challenges that they face, and if we can help them with their challenges, that's what makes our work valuable. I'd be afraid to ruin that.